no 8-minute speech like last year. But fun fact, my speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign.
What?
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit. I didn't fucking do this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt, and today we are going to be discussing the Game Awards. Now, I haven't covered that many games on the channel. It's been more recently comic books. Later, it was about the shows, Marvel, DC, that kind of thing. I haven't even really touched any DC stuff yet. But I have done one game review, and I have been playing a couple others. Most recently, I've been playing through Remnant 2, just to play it, have a little bit of fun. It's actually a pretty good game, so maybe I'll review it later on. I've also been playing through Alan Wake. I was playing it on my PC, but was having some lighting issues. So I have kind of put that on pause, but I did play a bunch yesterday morning, so I'm getting to finish that pretty soon. My personal game of the year is definitely Armored Core. That game challenged me in a bunch of ways that I haven't had really since an Elden Ring. But at the same time, it was easy enough to put down, pick up, take little breaks and things like that, versus like an Elden Ring, there's always this pressure that's on you. So that game really spoke to me personally in the way I play games. Congratulations, Armored Core, for winning Nerddom's Game of the Year. Here's your trophy. Besides that, the Game Awards, I do believe it is, and no fault to him, it's a cash grab. It's a way of marketing himself, Jeff Keighley. It's a way of paying for how expensive a show like that actually is. I cannot imagine the time, the amount of money that it takes to put on an award show like that. So I don't know if he has to be able to making a profit off of it. He has to be making a profit off of it. So with all these companies coming to him with all the trailers, is that how he makes a living? Is that what he does? He is the vessel to put out all these trailers and announcements to then get eyes on it. So is he basically a social media platform? Is he an advertising platform? You know? So I get that point, but at the same time, is it then just a December E3? Is it just a December announcements show with a couple of awards? I think I saw a statistic, and it was done that's kind of like a competitor of Jeff's, because I think he came from GameSpot. Let me know if I'm wrong, but IGN posted that it was only like 18% awards. Let me see. So the actual awards of the award show was only 30 minutes in a 3-hour live show. So that is 2.5 hours of advertisements, announcements, and other fluff. Supposedly that breaks down to 17% of the show was actually awards. Now, I know there's also GDC awards that are handed out, which is probably a better form for these companies, these developers, these artists to get recognized. But it is kind of sad when a game awards show is not mostly the awards, and the awards that these people, these men and women, worked so hard for. I think Larian said 6 years of development, and they've had countless people dying. Like, and then they have to just 1 minute to say thanks. Like, this is their one time to really shine in front of the cameras as actual people instead of names. Other than, I guess, interviews and stuff that the company puts out as marketing. But this is their time to shine. This is them representing the teams that spent so much time working on these games and so much, blood, sweat, tears, and treasure. And they have 1 minute.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's just what I'm thinking is what is happening a lot in the nerd sphere in the last probably 10 years. They do not find it legitimate unless Hollywood and executive bigwigs are involved.
Pretty good, right?
Which is something that like nerd culture really hasn't been. Nerds are used to be along the outside. They have Revenge of the Nerds for a reason in the 80s. And to see Anthony Mackie, Simu Liu, Hideo Kojima, who is a game developer at least, and Jordan Peele take up so much time. And, I think the skit with what's his face went long with that little Muppet went longer than some of the speeches were able to go. Sorry, I need to get energized to go to the gym. Very tired still. So there's a couple things that could be happening. First off, the backlash online could be, for the most part, I think it is legitimate. I think these developers do deserve basically as much time as they want. As much time as Christopher Judge took last year. What, 8 minutes? Like, I get your Kratos, but you didn't make the game. But these developers do deserve the time to thank anyone they want to. Anyone they want to. And it sucks that Bill Clinton kid went up there and they only allowed, I think, 2 people in addition to the acceptance person. So you can't bring up like an entire team to be on the stage, you know? And there's ways you can do that. You know, you can have like name badges or something on them. It may look tacky, or maybe like a tag or something on them, like on the lapel, so that way the security people know that they're legitimate. But I don't know, something like that. That way they get recognition, you know? It just makes sense. But there's a couple things that could be happening besides the legitimate, you know, not backlash from the fans and from people. The other things are a lot of these other media companies, these gaming nerd media companies, they could be jealous of the spotlight that Jeff has and the access that Jeff has with these Hollywood types, with these, you know, companies. So they want in on that pie too. I bet IGN would love the types of numbers that the Game Awards gets. I bet, you know, other companies like GameSpot and others would love that type of eyes that happens on their stage. But I don't really have a fix for it, and I don't really want to like dogpile too much because there isn't really a show that's like this, except for GDC. That's like a huge award show. But there just needs to be some balance again, I guess. And he can have E3. He's trying to make Summer Games Fest E3 with the void that is that show no longer existing. Someone wants to take that summer spotlight, and last year's Summer Games Fest was not that great in my opinion. I only had a couple of announcements that I was like, oh my god, you know. But I know he wants to make him be the E3, make his whatever company he does E3. But I just find that in the world that we are in, you know, we're on YouTube, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have all these, you have Instagram. You can do live shows with actual personalities. You don't need Hollywood types in on here. You don't. You know, I know they're maybe working on some of these games, or they're in a Twisted Metal show, but you don't need Hollywood to legitimize this art form that is outselling it hand over fist. More money is coming into gaming than it is into Hollywood movies. That's just a straight fact. So I don't know, maybe it's these entertainment companies trying to take a piece of the pie as well. You know, they're trying to make, you know, video game companies, or they're trying to buy into it per se. I don't know. That was just some thoughts. And like I said, I don't want to dogpile because it is, I know it's a big endeavor to fund, to put on a show like this and to get everybody paid. I want everybody to get paid. But at the same time, there needs to be some balance with the game developers and the artists who are being celebrated and awarded for their work that could have been upwards of 10 years of work. You know, this is their time. This is their time to thank and spotlight everybody in their lives. The spotlight should be on them. Anyways, that's it. Let me know your thoughts on the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley, IGN, and anything Hollywood. Let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe, put that thumbs up. It really does help us out here. And if you didn't like it, I appreciate you listening this long, and hope you have a great day. Take care.